Chapter 9 Madam Rides the Bus by Vali Kannan, whose real name is R.S. Krishnaswamy, born in Tamil Nadu. He wrote many novels, plays, critics, and also been awarded by Satya Academy Award. This story is about an 8-year-old girl who is very matured by her thinkings. Though she is 8 years old, but her thinking is like a matured person. It is all about her first bus journey, her curiosity to know about the new things. Okay, so let's see how her journey goes on by this story. Let's begin the story. Madam Rides the Bus. There was a girl named Valiamai who was called Vali for short. Okay, so this Vali was a pet name for this girl. She was 8 years old girl and she was very curious to know about the new things. Her favorite pastime was to stand in front of the door of a house and watching what was happening in the street. So her in her leisure hours she used to stand in front of the door and she used to look outside the window or the door what is happening outside in the street. And she don't have her playmates, she don't have friends of her age, so she did not had any other option to do all that. But for Vali, standing at in front of the door was very bit as enjoyable. But you know what happened? She actually enjoyed her pastime as any of the elaborate games other children played. Watching the street gave her many new unusual experiences. So like other children used to play so many games, outdoor games, but Vali, as because she did not have any friends of her age, so she enjoyed watching outside the door. Okay, the most fascinating things of all was the bus that traveled between her village and the nearest town. So the most interesting or the most fascinating thing for her was to to see the bus or see the bus which used to travel between her village and the nearest town. It passed through her street each hour, once going to the town and once coming back. So every day she used to see that one bus which is every day, it's traveling from her village to the another one. The sight of the bus filled each time with a new set of passenger. So anytime she used to see a new passenger all the time, and this became a source of unending joy for Vali. Day after day she watched the bus, and gradually a tiny wish crept into her head and grew there. She wanted to ride on that bus even if just once. So looking those bus every day and passengers, so a tiny wish grew into her head that she wants to travel in that bus at least once. This wish became stronger and stronger until it was an overwhelming desire. Okay, so then what happened once she wished to go to the bus, and this became a strong desire in her mind. Okay, and day by day she started thinking of traveling by bus until it was an overwhelming desire. Vali would stare wistfully at the people who got on or off the bus when it stopped at the street corner. Wistfully means longingly. So she started keeping interest on the people, the passengers who used to travel by the bus, and she used to listen the conversation of those people and to get the information out about the bus. Their faces would kindle in her longings, dreams, and hopes. If one of her friends happened to ride the bus and try to describe the sights of the town to her, Vali would be too jealous to listen. Okay, and would shout in English, proud, proud. So whenever any of her friends travel by the bus, and if they try to describe about the bus to her, she used to feel very jealous, and she used to shout in English, proud, proud, which she actually really don't know the meaning of this, or her friends didn't know, but they used it often as a slang expression of disapproval. Over many days and months, Vale listened carefully to the conversation between her neighbors and people who regularly used the bus, and she also asked a few discreet questions here and there. This was this way she picked up a various small details about the bus journey. Okay, so what happened? So many days and months passed, and she started to listen the conversation of her neighbors, between her neighbors, okay, about the bus. And also sometimes she used to ask some questions here and there, just to pick up some various detail about the bus journey. Then uh, after doing this so many investigation, according to her, she came to know that the town was 6 miles from a village. Okay, and the fare of the bus is 30 paise one way. Okay, so one way means one go, they take 30 paise, which is almost nothing for a well dressed man, for a rich person, but for Wali it's too much. Okay, so who scarcely saw that much money for from one month to the next. The trip to the town took 45 minutes. So she came to know that the trip from the village to the town is 45 minutes. On reaching town, if she stayed in her seat and paid another 30 paise, she could return home on the same bus. So what happened? She came to know that if she uh, doesn't uh, leave the bus in the middle, okay, then what happened, she have to pay 30 paise more. Okay, if she sit in the same if she comes by the same bus. So what happened, this meant that she could take the 1 o'clock afternoon bus. So what happened, she also investigated about the timing of the bus. So what happened, she is thinking now that she will board a bus at 1 o'clock, which will reach the town at 1:40, and then she can come back home by 2:45. On and on went her thoughts as she calculated and recalculated, planned and replanned. So these things she was planning without letting anybody know.